Are you ready, children, for your bedtime story? If you are, grab yourself a nice warm toddy, your sleep mask, and I'm going to read you a story. Hi, I'm Rick Higgins, and I wrote a book. What I wanted to do tonight, as we all get comfy and ready for sleep, is to read you a chapter from it. I know it's kind of creepy, but it's the only way I could think of getting next to you in bed. That's really horrible. I'm sorry. Anyway, I want you all to get cozy and let's take a read. On page 83, it's called July Fest. Uncle Jimmy. I know. It's supposed to be spelled Oktoberfest, which really starts in September, but I went in July. So July Fest. Whatever. 2 years ago, at an event billed as a hippie party in Cologne, Germany, we ran into two sisters looking for a seat. It was packed that day and there was nowhere else available except for at the very end of our round chaise lounge. They asked, we said yes, and thus we all became very good friends. And on the last day of our trip, no less. Well, we wanted to see them again this time. Only one of them was planning on going to the States on a holiday. San Francisco and Idaho. I've really got to move my finger. I've never done this before. Anyway, continuing. So we timed it so that we could get to Germany and see them off. Be their token experts for all things Americana during their going away party. Well, the day before their soiree, we landed in their hometown and invaded one of their homes, and it was very strange. At the end of the night, I felt like we had spent as much time with them in those few hours as we had the entire day when we first met them. And it was amazing to me to find people, talk for a few hours, and then feel like you have friends for life. Anyway, the next day dawned early, the day of the party. Nikki and I killed some time wandering around the town of Dusseldorf, and it really is a nice little place. Definitely worth a few days, despite the fact that it always seems to rain on us in Germany. But it was the fiesta that we were there for, and it's 1700, 5 p.m. to you. We made it, and only an hour late. It seems I can't read subway directions anywhere. I am never going to be a dramatic reader, I suppose. Anyway, the next morning, I looked at my phone where I had scribbled notes for this letter to you. Apparently, I had written, privileges, temporine in bathroom. Any idea what that might mean? Yeah, me either. Obviously, I partook of a few German beers that night, and maybe some sort of red liqueur, and maybe even some more rum. According to the party critique the next day, I had a grand old time. But what I do remember clearly is that even in the midst of an event where very little English was spoken, there was a tremendous sense of togetherness. I'm just going to skip, because you have to do this. All right. Well, I couldn't just fly up to Germany and back, right? Seems a waste of resources. I had figured that as long as we had made the effort to get to an airport, why not expand things a little? So I added a train ride up to Amsterdam as well, a place unknown to me then. Well, despite Germany being known for punctuality and all things on time, their long-range trains ain't. DB, as it's known, was extremely late for the first of our 3 links. We had to change train numbers and platforms a couple times, but fortunately they were as screwed up on the second and third connections as the first. Finally we arrived. Amsterdam is incredible, and I don't even know how to start. Bicycles are everywhere, just as the stereotype goes, as are the canals and the tourists. The place isn't just called the other Venice for no reason, and it isn't just the waterways. This place is crowded from those from elsewhere, but Nikki and I, being us, we tried to stay outside of the few blocks where they were clustered, and we tried to find the real Dutch. I think I saw it most in 2 people, an older man and a woman. They were on their bicycles filled with plants in their baskets, fore and aft. They were smiling and whistling, and this is how they shopped. They pedaled, and they carried their beauty home that way. to make their slice of the city a little prettier and green. And I was incredibly taken with the thought of them. So, that's the book. Please pick it up for yourself. Read it to yourself. Try to do a better job than I just did. All the details are down below as far as where you can find it, and links to everything else in our world here at the Pirate Wanderer. And please, the final beg, find the subscribe button. It's down there somewhere as well. Please click it. We would love to have you see more of the things we're creating. And as always, be a pirate. Go wander.